Alright, we're 2 weeks late to this review, but I had time to sit on this trailer. We're not gonna watch the entire trailer because I really don't want to deal with all the copyright and all that, like my videos have been getting flagged for, so we're just gonna go ahead and just talk about it. I don't know if anybody's mentioned this. My boy is wearing Vans. I think that determines my overall opinion of this movie and how it's gonna go, because you can't have Eric Draven. If this is a true adaptation from the comic books, you can't have my boy running around the city in skate-high shoes. I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. It's not really the same, but the boots make the style. I don't like it. I've had a lot of time to think because, for God's sakes, I named my firstborn child Draven after the Brandon Lee version of Eric Draven. So this is gonna be super biased because we are gonna be comparing it to the 1994 film, even though everybody who's involved with this movie say it has nothing to do with that movie, but instead it's a re-envisioned or reinvented whatever. All right, fine, but you could have at least gone about this completely different. You didn't have to do the same person. I mean, hell, I know everybody's giving this movie shit, but there was countless other movies that came out after the original film. Those bombed, but the thing that they did stay away from it, except for the TV series, which, looking more into the story of The Crow, I didn't know there was a TV show, so I'm probably gonna watch that, and we're probably gonna go and look at that later on. Don't get me wrong, I love Bill Skarsgård, but I just think they could have gone with a whole different person like the other Crow movies had done. That's really my big argument when it comes to this movie. You didn't have to use Eric Draven. The way he looks, and I know the start of this video I started it off with his shoes, and I know that's like slight nitpicky, but just why? Why choose that for this version? My biggest gripe with this, of course it's everybody's biggest gripe as well, is the tattoos. Like, okay, I get it, some versions of this character in comic books, yes, do have tattoos, but they don't have these SoundCloud rapper type bullshit tattoos. I think that's this character's biggest downfall. I don't know what it is with Hollywood in thinking these types of characters to appeal to a younger audience is what's popular with the youngsters nowadays, right? So what's popular now is this bullshit look with like this stupid ass haircut with these stupid ass dumb tattoos, especially this one right here, which I still don't understand what this is. It's just annoying, you know, because you don't need that. They tried it with they tried it with Jared Leto's Joker, and look at how well that movie did. That Joker didn't even get time to shine, but everybody was just going off of how shitty his look was, and I think that's going to be the way this Eric Draven is going to come off to a lot of us millennials, us older generation who grew up with the Brandon Lee version of Eric Draven, and that's going to be this movie's biggest downfall. If you're truly going off of comic books, this isn't the way he looked in the comic books. If you're going off of the Brandon Lee version, trying to pay respects to him, why even do that? You have a guy who literally gave his life. You can't just up and create another version. And like I said, yes, other people had created other movies. Some of them didn't even use Eric Draven. The TV series I heard was relatively okay. It wasn't the best, but they at least try to make it as true to the James O'Barr comic book anyway. Brandon Lee literally put his all into this character. He made Eric Draven the Crow his own. The way they made this movie, I just feel that they could have gone in a different direction, because if you've seen the trailer, which I'm sure you have, it's been 2 weeks, it doesn't look that bad. It actually looks really fucking cool, and I think if they went with a different version of the Crow, because Eric Draven isn't the only version of the Crow that is out there, so you could have gone in a completely different direction with this movie, and I just don't think it's going to be that good, because you're really riding the coattails off of the 1994 film. That's what everybody's going to compare you to. So who knows, maybe this movie is going to be good, maybe it's going to be really bad. I just feel they shouldn't have made this movie, if I'm being completely honest. From what we saw in the trailer, it looks like they're in recovery, which is another major point for me why this movie I think is going to be bad, because if you know the Crow story, James O'Barr, the creator of the Crow, created this after his wife was struck and killed by a drunk driver. So in a way, I feel like that's very disrespectful for you to have your hero be in recovery. That's not a good spin on the character, and I don't think anybody is going to think so either. It just doesn't make sense to go in that direction. It makes no sense whatsoever for this film to even be made, because it's just disrespectful to Brandon Lee. But I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see when this movie comes out to see if it's going to be bad, which we all know it is going to be. Anyways, guys, that's my piece on The Crow 2024. Have you seen the trailer? What did you think about it? Are you excited about the movie? If I'm being completely honest, I'm not quite sure yet. Like I said, the movie doesn't look bad itself. It's just, like I've said before, it's just the way they're going about this movie is not the right way, I think. That's just my opinion. That's just my personal opinion. Fight me in the comments if you want to have a debate. And yeah, we'll get into it there. Follow me on Instagram. All my links are going to be down below as well. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Fuck, dude. I'm fucking lost for words right now. God damn, dude. I think I'm just too hyper right now. Anyways. Fuck this movie though.